Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, we're gonna go over the Cardo Packtalk headsets. This is gonna be a refresher tutorial. I'm gonna go over some of the basic functions and features of the Cardo Packtalk headsets. We're gonna look at the Cardo Connect app and how to update the units. And also, I'm gonna show you how to connect the Cardo Packtalk headsets for a group intercom connection, and how to bring in a non-Cardo regular Bluetooth headsets into the Cardo DMC mesh. So stay tuned to this video and we're going to talk about it. So let's get started. So if you are new to my channel, please take the opportunity to click the subscribe button. Also, be sure to click that bell notification. It'll notify you every time I post a new video. All of the Cardo products that we're talking about here in this video, the Caliente viewers that watches my channel, you can receive a discount just by using my provided link. I'm going to leave that link in the description of the video and also in the comments of the video. If you use that link, you're going to automatically receive a discount at checkout just by using the link. Also, you can receive a discount by using my coupon code Chris Caliente, all caps. So what is the difference between the Cardo Packtalk headsets and the non-Cardo Packtalk headsets? The difference is that the Cardo Packtalk headsets are a dual unit, which means that it offers Bluetooth and DMC. So if you're looking at the Cardo Packtalk Pro, the Cardo Packtalk Edge, or even the Cardo Packtalk Neo, it's going to offer you Bluetooth and dynamic mesh communications. It's a dual unit headset, whereas the non-Cardo Packtalk headsets are going to offer just regular Bluetooth. So the headset that we have here on the table, looking to my left, is going to be the Cardo Packtalk Pro. Here in the center is the Cardo Packtalk Edge, and also we have a Cardo Packtalk Edge on my Shoei Neo Tech helmet. So what is the difference between the Cardo Packtalk Pro and the Cardo Packtalk Edge? The difference between the Cardo Packtalk Pro is that the Pro comes in black, whereas the Edge only comes in gray. The Cardo Packtalk Pro is going to offer you crash detection. So if you're riding your motorcycle and you have a crash, it's going to automatically notify the contacts that's in the predetermined number that you set up within the Cardo app. It's going to notify them that you had a crash, whereas the Cardo Packtalk Edge does not offer crash detection. Okay, the Cardo Packtalk Pro, it also has a setting. It turns the unit off after so much time, and then when you pick the unit back up, it turns itself back on. But basically, the Cardo Packtalk Pro and the Cardo Packtalk Edge is the same headset. It offers the same connectivity. You're going to be able to connect up to 15 riders in dynamic mesh communication. Also, you can connect up to 2 riders on each headset that's not a Cardo mesh helmet or a regular Bluetooth helmet. The Cardo Packtalk Pro or the Cardo Packtalk Edge, you're going to have an air mount. And with the air mount, you just snap the unit onto the headset, whereas the Cardo Packtalk Neo is going to have that manual mount where you have to manually snap it on the headset, but you still can connect up to 15 riders. So the takeaway is that if you have the Cardo Packtalk Pro, the Cardo Packtalk Edge, or the Cardo Packtalk Neo, you're still going to get the ability to connect up to 15 riders in dynamic mesh, or you can bring in 2 non-Cardo regular Bluetooth headsets into a mesh conversation. If a rider has a Cardo Packtalk Pro, Cardo Packtalk Edge, or Cardo Packtalk Neo, you could actually bring in a regular Bluetooth headset into the conversation, but it works best in a rider passenger scenario. There's some riders that will try to connect their Cardo to a non-Cardo unit. Once the riders are riding on their motorcycles the connection becomes unstable and it just doesn't work well when you're trying to connect to another biker. So the takeaway is that if you're going to bring in a non-Cardo regular Bluetooth headset, it only works better, or it works best for a rider-passenger scenario.
Group riding is one of the most enjoyable parts of being a motorcyclist. Dealing with awkward and unreliable communication systems, however, is not. Existing motorcycle communication systems use a technology called Bluetooth, which works by creating a rigid chain, connecting one motorcycle to the next. The more riders, the weaker the chain. One loose link breaks down the whole connection, forcing all riders to stop and reconnect every time the system fails. Dynamic Mesh Communication, or DMC, replaces the Bluetooth chain with a flexible network allowing riders the freedom to roam and communicate with each other at a range of up to a mile between each unit, 5 miles for the whole group of riders. Each DMC unit acts as its own communication hub, constantly looking to connect with other units in the best way possible. That's what makes DMC so fluid and adaptive, enabling group members to seamlessly change positions, join in, or leave to come back later.
Let's go over some of the basic functions and features of the Cardo Packtalk headsets. Now, this is going to be a refresher for a lot of you riders that may already have the Cardo Packtalk headsets. You can just follow along. If you are new to the Cardo, we're going to just go over some of the basic functions on how to actually use your headset. So to my left, we have the Cardo Packtalk Pro in black. Here in the middle, on my Edge phones, we have the Cardo Packtalk Edge, and also on my Shoei helmet, we have the Cardo Packtalk Edge. Now, when you're looking at the Cardo Packtalk Edge phones, real quick, these things are a game changer. I always use these things when I'm doing work in noisy environments. So if you are on a racetrack, or if you're cutting grass, or if you're just maybe into construction or any kind of work that you're actually doing, this thing offers the ear protection, but you can bring in your audio and you can actually talk with the removable microphone. Okay, this microphone actually comes out, so it goes over the head like so. You can plug in your microphone. It's got a couple of arrows that'll tell you how to line it up. And these things work great in noisy environments. I've been using these things for a while and they work really, really well. Anytime I cut my yard, I'm cutting grass, or if I'm in a noisy environment, these things work great. So keep that in mind. Okay, so looking at the Cardo Pro, we got the Cardo Edge and we got the Cardo Edge. These things are interchangeable. I can snap them around on either headset. So when you're looking at your Cardo Pro, this is the main unit. The magnetic mount is called the air mount. So the best way to snap these things on, you want to make sure that this little rubber boot that is on the back of the unit for plugging in your USB Type-C charging port, you want to make sure that that boot is snapped in there nice and tight, and then it just snaps onto the helmet. One of the things that I find is that if the boot is not snapped in nice and tight, sometimes your connection is not, it doesn't give you that good connection. So make sure you snap in that rubber boot. The charging cable is USB Type-C. To charge the unit, snap the cable in the back and plug your USB Type A. You can plug that into a charging outlet or through your PC, okay? So this is how you charge the unit, the rubber boot on the back, okay? So make sure that rubber boot is closed. So again, top button is intercom button, bottom button is the phone button, the button at the 9 o'clock position would be the media button, okay? So this will be the air mount. Snap the unit onto the air mount. Very simple, very easy. One of the questions that I kind of always get is, why do I have two Cardo Packtalk headsets? I can always interchange them, okay? So to turn on the unit, so to power the unit on, you're just gonna press the media button one time. To power the unit on for about 2 seconds, you're gonna get a flashing green light. Also, you're gonna hear in the speakers, you're gonna hear the voice prompt letting you know that your Cardo has actually booted up. And you're gonna get a flashing light here to let you know that your Cardo is actually on. To turn the unit off, you're gonna press the media button and you're gonna press the phone button in at the same time for 1 second. That's gonna turn the unit off. So to turn the unit off, I'm gonna press these buttons at the same time. It's gonna shut the unit down. When the unit goes into a shutdown, it's gonna tell you your battery percentage. It's gonna tell you battery level high, battery level low. It's just gonna give you the capacity of what's left in your battery, okay? You can also speak the voice command, hey Cardo battery status, and we'll get into the voice commands here in a moment. But when you shut your unit down, it's gonna let you know how much power is left in your unit, okay? Jog dial, roll the volume forward, which turns the volume up in your speakers, or you can roll the volume back, which turns the volume down in your speakers. Or you can speak the voice commands, hey Cardo, volume up. You can also speak the voice command, hey Cardo, volume down. Okay? We're gonna turn these units on. We're gonna turn on the Cardo app here in a moment, and then I'm gonna show you how to connect these up for a group conversation and how to bring in a non-Cardo regular Bluetooth headset. Okay? So to turn the unit on, we're gonna press in on the media button just for about 2 seconds. We're gonna let off of the button. If your headset is paired to a phone, it's gonna say phone connected, okay? You should start seeing a flashing green light to let you know that you are powered on and you're in DMC mode, okay? If you're getting a consistent flashing blue light, that means you are in Bluetooth mode. Keep in mind, these headsets are dual unit. They offer Bluetooth and they offer dynamic mesh. Dynamic mesh is going to be a far superior connection. So we want to make sure that we are flashing green. Okay. We're going to turn on our other units. I'm going to press in on the media button for 2 seconds. I'm going to do the same here. Press in for about 2 seconds. Let it go. And if your headsets are connected, it's going to tell you member connected, one group member connected, two group members connected, and so on. Okay. So when you turn your unit on, you want to make sure you got a flashing green light. Okay. Make sure all of your headsets are flashing green. If you're flashing blue, you are in Bluetooth, and we're going to show you how to come out of that here in a moment. Okay. Now, so all of the headsets are actually turned on. To connect a group intercom connection, only one headset needs to be the group leader. It doesn't matter which headset, only one needs to be the group leader. And I'm going to show you how to connect this using the Cardo Connect app. So now I'm inside of the Cardo Connect app. One of the first things I want to show you is how to update the unit inside of this Cardo Connect app. When you go out and purchase your Cardo, you need to update your headset. If you're having issues with your headset, if it's not working properly, be sure to check to see if it needs to be updated. And I'm going to show you how to do that inside of the Cardo app. So first thing you're going to do, you're going to turn on your Cardo app. Once you're in your Cardo app, you're going to click on the icon here on the top, which is a star. It's going to give you a list of settings, okay? You're in the settings because it tells you at the top, you're in the settings. You're going to come down 2 spaces. You're going to click on unit settings, and it's going to tell you your unit name, your software version, and your serial number. Okay. So if you need an update, you're going to click on software version, and it's going to let you know if you need an update. If you need an update, go ahead and update your unit. It could take a few minutes, but let the unit update. Okay. While your unit is updating, do not shut off your headset. Okay. So we're going to come out of the software version. Also, I highly recommend that you change your unit name, because what happens when you connect in a group intercom conversation, the group leader cannot tell which headsets are connected if everybody has the same default name. So when you actually purchase your Cardo, it's going to have a default name like Cardo Packtalk Edge or Cardo Packtalk Pro or Cardo Packtalk Neo. If he connect 5 riders and nobody changed their name, when he look inside of the Cardo app, everybody's name is going to be the same. Okay, so I highly recommend to change the name. How do you change the name? Just click on the name, and you can go in here and you can add the name that you would like to put in here. Okay, and I'm going to hit save. Once I hit save, it actually saves the name in the Cardo app. I'm going to back out of the unit, and you're going to see under the unit name, the name you saved. Okay. You got software version. I'm running 4.7. So that's the latest version update. But this is your crash detection. You have automatic power control. Automatic power control is going to turn the unit on. I mean, it's going to turn the unit off when you're not using the unit. And when you pick the unit up, it's going to turn itself back on. For me, I generally leave mine off. Okay. Audio settings. You got auto volume. You got microphone sensitivity. You know, a lot of times you guys are riding on your motorcycles with a lot of wind in your face. Turn down your microphone sensitivity, because your audio and your speakers are on 2 separate tracks. So you won't be able to hear your voice, but the other riders can hear your microphone. So if you're getting a lot of wind noise, you can turn down your microphone sensitivity. I generally leave mine on medium. Okay. Voice commands. If you want to be able to do voice commands via the microphone, you want to make sure that this feature is on. Turn on voice command. You got voice recognition sensitivity. You can turn that low or high. So if you're speaking into your microphone and it's not recognizing your voice, you might need to turn your sensitivity up. I generally leave mine on medium. Okay. You can go into advanced audio settings. Intelligent noise block, mine is on. Smart intercom volume, mine is on. Two-way radio integration, which means integrating Bluetooth two-way radio input into a active mobile call. I'm going to just leave that off. Okay. I'm going to back out of advanced audio settings. To get these units connected, we're going to go to the intercom button. Here at the top left, it tells you DMC or Bluetooth. Okay. If I wanted to put my headset into a Bluetooth mode, I can click on Bluetooth. Bluetooth intercom mode. To come out of Bluetooth, I'm going to click back on DMC. So for example, if I put the main headset into Bluetooth mode, my light is going to be flashing blue. So just keep that in mind. When you turn your unit on, if your LED light is flashing blue, that means you're in Bluetooth mode. You want to be in DMC mode, which is flashing green. So we're going to go to DMC. That's going to make the unit flash green. Give it a second. Now, this icon here at the top right corner will let you know how many groups that you have in your phone. A lot of times, if you've been on several group rides, maybe you paired up to different riders. Maybe one day you was out of town, you paired up with some riders. Another time you paired up with some riders. You're going to probably have different groups in your phone. Every so often, you need to clear these groups out and start over. So if you're having connectivity issues with your Cardo, getting the units connected it's probably a good idea to go ahead and clear out all of the groups and start over. So to delete the entire group and start over, I'm going to click the little icon here in the top right corner. I only have one, so I'm going to hold down and it says select the group I want to remove. I'm going to put a check mark into that group, and to remove it, I'm going to click on remove. It's going to say, are you sure? I'm going to hit yes or remove. And now the entire group is not connected. Okay, no one is connected. I'm going to click start grouping. It's going to ask me to create a group name. So I'm going to create a group name of, I'm just going to make up a name, test group. Once I hit continue, it's going to say start grouping. The other headsets that are not the master are just going to put their headsets into intercom pairing by holding down their top intercom button for a few seconds, and then they're going to hear pairing initiated, or they're going to hear a voice prompt. Okay, so the half helmet is the group leader. He's going to hit continue. Now he's getting a searching for a group and grouping initiated. Okay, these want to join, so what they're going to do, they're going to hold down their top intercom button until they hear grouping initiated. Soon as they do that, they're going to connect. It says one rider is connected. Okay, but I'm not finished because I want to bring in another helmet. I'm going to get this rider to hold in his intercom button for about 2 seconds. It's going to say grouping initiated. And now we have 2 riders connected. Okay, so the group leader has connected 2 riders. There's 2 riders are connected. I'm going to click finish. And now it tells you 2 group members connected. It's a total of 3 helmets, but it's showing you 2 are connected and a total of 3 here at the top. Okay, so we have the Cardo Red, which is the Shoei helmet, and we have the Packtalk Edge, which is the Cardo Edge phones. So now all of these 3 are now connected. Okay, so if I want to talk to them, testing 1 2, everybody's on. Okay, when you turn the volume up to its max, you're going to hear a beep sound. Okay, you're going to hear a beeping sound. So if you roll the jog dial all the way forward, that's maximum. If you roll it back, that's turning the volume down. Now, another way that any rider could turn up their volume or turn down their volume is to speak the voice command inside of their helmet. So for example, hey Cardo, volume up. You're going to hear a beep. Okay, it's going to lets you know that the Cardo heard you and it complied. Okay, if I wanted to turn the volume down using the voice command, hey Cardo, volume down. Okay, so you hear a beep. You hear a beep on going down or a beep on volume up. Hey Cardo, volume up. I have the group leader has connected the Cardo Packtalk Edge, and it has connected the Cardo Red or the Shoei helmet. I have a total of 3 riders into the group. Now I'm going to show you how to bring in a non-Cardo regular Bluetooth headset. I cannot overemphasize that this is good for rider-passenger scenario. So if you're trying to bring in a regular Bluetooth headset into a Cardo mesh conversation, is good for rider passenger scenarios only. In other words, if you're trying to connect your Cardo to another motorcycle that has a center, you're going to get into unstable intercom connections, snap, crackle, pop. You're going to be losing the connectivity. It's going to sound fine when you first hook up, when you're not moving, but once you go to riding, you're going to get that unstable connection. So the takeaway is that if you're going to bring in a non-Cardo regular Bluetooth headset into the Cardo mesh, it only works good for rider passenger scenario, not biker to biker, but biker to passenger. Any rider that has a Cardo is they're going to need to turn on their Cardo app, and you're going to put your headset into regular Bluetooth mode. Remember, when you're flashing green, you're in DMC. We want to get it flashing blue So we're gonna put it in regular Bluetooth mode. Cardo Connect app is on. I can see the other riders. I'm going to go into Bluetooth mode. So I'm gonna click Bluetooth here on the top.
Bluetooth intercom mode.
You're gonna hear the voice prompt, Bluetooth intercom mode. Your light is going to start flashing blue. Flashing blue means you are in Bluetooth mode. Okay, now that you're in Bluetooth mode, you got rider A and rider B. The group leader is in regular Bluetooth mode. When he's in Bluetooth mode, these other two are still in DMC. They cannot hear what's going on. We're gonna take the center. We're gonna press in on the jog dial until we hear pairing. Okay. So I'm gonna press in on the jog dial until I get the lights to start flashing. Okay, now my light is flashing. Okay, I pressed in on the jog dial. My light is flashing. Inside of the Cardo app in Bluetooth mode, I'm gonna click on either one that says pair. So I'm gonna click pair.
Rider B pairing.
I use rider B. So it's saying rider B pairing. And what's gonna happen, it's gonna take a minute. Okay, it says rider B ready. Okay, so that means that now the group leader is talking to the non-mesh headset while the other two riders are still connected into DMC. So now rider B, which is the center, is now connected to the group leader. But the group leader wants to get back into the conversation with the other two riders and bring the center back over into the mesh. So what's going to happen? He's going to go back to DMC.
Intercom mode.
Okay. He want to go back to DMC. Hey, fellas, I'm back. I'm back. These three are communicating, and this rider can bring himself in by tapping his jog dial.